All right, it's been a while, huh? Since I've done that, and since then it's been so much going on. And there has been so many events that have happened since the last time I had a video. Just finished class on a Thursday. Hold on, this is a very, very, very busy road. It takes me about 30 minutes to get to from A to B. Classes are great. I'm observing classes in different schools now. I mean, in the same school but different classes. And I'm meeting with teachers and see how they do their class management. The kids are amazing, teachers are amazing, everybody's a human being. So some teachers, when they feel like their head is like blowing up because of so much going on, they just pull out some technology and the kids have fun with it. And I enjoyed watching science classes with stations and how erosion happens and how floods and like whatnot. And it's just really amazing how many resources and how people create things in the classrooms, that it's constant learning, and how you can implement music into your regular classroom lessons. Like, have you ever thought about music and math together? That's amazing. You can do that, especially with the little grades. The younger grades is easy and fun. And I have to be honest, this semester is the busiest ever, and you have to visit schools and classes, and certain amount of hours spent there, writing reports about it, attending your regular classes at school, and make it all work, which I wouldn't mind doing if I were just by myself. But I also have 5 kids, and it just reminded me of the fact that some people, when they do their master's or their PhD, they're devoted on it and it alone. And if you were the father of the family, but if you're the mom, and under my circumstances that I'm a single mom now, all the school stuff and the loads of work and assignments and everything has to align together with the fact that you do have 5 kids and they do need your attention, and they need you to check their homework or their projects, or just be with the little ones, because they need human touch. They need books read to them. They need hugs. They need to be put to sleep. They need to be fed. They need to be washed and clean. Laundry has to be done. Other circumstances that you know or you don't know come along. Have to find a babysitter for the little ones while I'm at school. Sometimes when I'm in the elementary schools visiting for an hour or so. So life gets really tricky and quite honestly overwhelming. Sometimes I don't even cry anymore, because you don't have time for that. It's like, if I'm crying right now, I could just think about how can I implement everything into my time? How can I make my time schedule work that everything can be fit in it? And if it doesn't, that's okay. I will do it when I can. And I realize that, I'm a perfectionist, so I strive for the high scores of every assignment and everything. So if somebody hands me back my assignment, it's like 9 out of 10, I'll go and ask her why is it 9 out of 10? or why is it 10 out of 20? Like, I would go, and if it's 10 out of 20, I would do it again. And I hope my teacher accepts it, because I did the extra work. I did it again the way she wanted me to do it. And so yeah, but that's how I am. I'm a perfectionist. I'm the first child in the family, and that's how first kids are, in my opinion, because that's what I've been observing, including my own kids. But yeah, it's been in the car I'm driving right now. The car that I'm driving right now is a complete miracle how I have it. And it's because of good people. Some of them I don't even know or never met. But a group of people combined their efforts, and they collected money to buy this car off somebody and bring it to me with a big ribbon, the red ribbon, like as it's like a new car. Amazing. I was not sure if I should cry or if I should, like, I was so deeply, I couldn't believe it. When I first heard about it, I couldn't believe it. Because let's be honest, I don't know many people who just get together people and give away cars like that to moms who just came to their country and have not much really. I always tell my friends, I couldn't bring much with me. I couldn't pack my 12, 13 years of life in a foreign country and pick it up and bring it with me. I couldn't. Each of us had a suitcase, which was not that big even, and a carry-on and a backpack, and that's what we got. And it's not like I really had many possessions, but the kids did, and they left a lot of stuff behind. But this car has a seat for each of my children, and I'm very grateful for it, and I hope it works well, because it's a van, and it helps me to go to school as well. And those people who gave it to me have their own families and struggles and challenges, and some of them served in Bulgaria, some were Bulgarians, and some of them I never met, but they are people that because of them I can now be driving my kids to places and myself to school, and just very grateful. Okay, this is a big intersection, so I have to be careful where I'm going, but I want you to remember, future me, that this was a sacrifice for a lot of people to make it work, so you can have this car. And let's see how much you can have it for. How long can you have it for? General conference was this past weekend, and I loved every minute of it. And first of all, the fact that I was here in Utah in real time, and I could hear everything they said, and I could write quite a few pages in my journal of notes. And interestingly enough, when you listen to the conference with different people point out different things, and the things that I took out of it were not the same like what other people around me were taking notes of. So it's really amazing. And I know how it circulates on social media afterwards, the things that people, general authority, like church leaders wrote on their talks, and but it felt really good to be real time here and actually recognize my neighbor who is in the choir, the tabernacle choir, and my professor from my university who was in the choir, what was it, different cultural, it was like a different choir. It was really great. But there is a fire truck passing by. there's a lot of sirens I hear here, like different. It's different from Japan. In Japan, I could hear the ambulances the most, hear the fire trucks, the police cars. They're everywhere. They're active. But January conference gave me wings and energy that I needed, because what I just started together with the conference with this month of October is an incredible amount of work. I just talked to one of my classmates. She's a very young girl, and I was just telling her how, I did my assignment for this particular class we're going to, assessment class, right before the class, and she's like, that's what I did too. And I told her, and I had to make sure I fed my twins and change them and like do everything for them. And she's like, I don't know how you do it, Brianna. I'm like, I don't know how I do it either, but I just have to do it because there's no other way. And she was like, I applaud you. And I was like, I don't know about that, but when you're a mom, you don't really think about that. You don't think about oh, you're so amazing doing that. You don't tell that to yourself, because you don't have time to think about that. You're just doing things and get to the next one until everything is done on the checklist. And if the checklist cannot be necessarily something that is written on, it's just in your mind constantly, the things that you have to do, and the things sometimes you forget things, and that's fine too. And I think my professors are pretty aware of my situation, and they understand that, and they can see the effort. They can see who is really trying their hardest and who is just like slacking off. And we don't have slackers around. From what I've seen so far, I don't see any slackers in my classes. Everybody's dedicated, everybody's highly intelligent, and even those that are undergrad taking some classes with me, they're very, very smart people. And what I tell the teachers of my kids, like, education has always been important in our family. Like, we learn, we write, we read, we studied English extra, we try to go and do things and be aware of things. And now I'm learning how to, as an educator, thinking mindset, how can you make out of every situation like a reasoning, or like something that the kids can take from, like, how can you make them excited and curious to go and find out why this is working like that, why this is this color, why is this the shape. So it's amazing. I love kids, and I didn't realize that, but like, putting music into the classroom really makes things alive. And sorry, I will have to pause in here because it's the highway coming up. And when that happens, I have to be very careful because everybody's driving like crazy. That took me, it's been 6 months since we've been here. It took me, I'm still today, I cannot say that I'm not really confident in my driving skills on the highway, because here people, you gotta be fast, and people, they're nice, but I don't have confidence. And there were times when I would be going home and it's really dark already outside, because class is till 7:50 at night, and I would be going home and it would be like at dusk or like already dark, and I see those big clouds, black clouds, dark, with those big lightnings piercing them, and then next thing you know, it's dark and it's wet and starts pouring, and you don't really see the road so well, and it's just, everybody slows down, everybody knows how to be careful. And I appreciate that, because people like me, like, there were daytimes when it will be pouring so hard that I cannot see the lines of the road or anything. I just see a cloud around the cars of smoke and water, and that would be it. And thank goodness those storms come and go really, really fast. Oh no, I almost hit a pigeon. But definitely weather conditions in the mountains, very different, very different. And as hot as the summer has been, there is already snow on the mountain tops, because recently it rained a lot, and when it rained here, it snowed up in the mountains. And so we need the moisture because here is dry desert, and the color of the rocks is red. I'm just really amazed. You can see I'm passing by mountain that they cut out from, and it's really red. Utah is beautiful. I don't know how it's gonna be in the winter. It's gonna be my first winter here, and for the kids too. All I heard is last winter was really, really, really cold and hard and long, but I hope we make the best out of it, because life is too short to think about the past, and we just look forward to the next, what life has for us next, and what we can do to learn, to experience, and to make the best out of it, and to rely on the Lord. Recently, she's not my friend personally. I've never met her, but her dad was serving a mission. He was the CEO of the Polynesian Cultural Center in Hawaii, and so her son has been going through cancer, and he was fighting it for the third time, and he passed away 2 days ago. But I love this boy and his family, and we've been following his constant fights with cancer, going in and out of the hospital 3 times. I remember when my kids were very small, and he was small too. He was like a young boy, elementary school age. My kids were smaller, because I know my oldest is 3 years younger than him. And I asked the mom to give me her address, and so she gave it to me, and we sent them like a care package from Japan, and I wrote her a letter, and I was telling her how hard it was for me also too. I shared my hardship with her, because she was having it hard with having a child in hospital and battling cancer, and we sent him, like, I think Pokemon cards and like sweets of whatever we could find in the supermarket that is like Japanesey, and she wrote me back, I think on social media. She was like, thank you for your letter, and I was just pouring my soul to her, how complete stranger to me, like I never met her, but because of her challenges, and I felt like I could open it up to her, and I was telling her how hard it was for me to raise my kids in a foreign country where I cannot speak the language, and the culture is totally different, and there are lots of things I don't agree with or can go with, and so ever since then I follow her, and my sister and we follow her, and we prayed for her family and for this boy. They just became like family to us, and 2 days ago he passed away at the age of 16, and I just could not believe it, because it's been for so long. We've like there is like this Facebook page that we've been following and supporting, and prayers and names in the temple submitted, and for extra prayers and strength and all that. Okay, this guy just went into my lane. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, so it made me think, that boy is now in a better place, relieved from constant pain and on painkillers, and just not being able to recover, and what our body limitations make it so hard to enjoy life in so many ways, and of course he's relieved, but for me it's like there's this emptiness, there's this missing part of a person that is in your life now that it's gonna be missed. And I can only imagine what the parents are going through, because it's been like a life in the hospital for a long time. But it puts things in perspective, and I heard it in the general conference, in the talks, how, and I heard the prophet talking about it. President Nelson said, you know, when you think celestial and somebody goes prematurely, graduates life prematurely, think celestial, think nothing's lost, it's just a matter of time. And it makes me put things in perspective in my personal life, because let's be honest, I never really expected ever that I would be a single mom when I'm 40, 41, 42, and I will have 5 kids. I never expected that. And when you get married and you go in the temple to be sealed for time and eternity, you don't think about those things. You try your best, you try to dedicate your life, I was like completely submitting myself to whatever was coming to, and I was thinking the Lord is going to be my guide, everything's going to be okay. Until you realize you've been lied to, used conveniently, for personal goals, and for completely neglected in a sense of what do you want in your life as a family member? What goals do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do? None of that. Just like complete. But it doesn't matter. I had to learn those things for a reason, so I can, from that experience, I can be helpful to other people in the same situation, because I'm pretty sure there are lots of ladies who never expected that they'll be left with their kids in a situation where it's like crossroads, you don't know what to do, and you feel completely betrayed and alone. I mean, let's face it, I had my replacement already in place before I even left with my kids. That country and that house, I already had the replacement there, and that was, for me, I was okay with that because I was already done long time. But it was not good for the kids to see. It was just ugly. It was not Christ-like. It was not. It was very selfish. And I'm not judging anybody. I'm not saying anything about, I don't even think about what if. I don't care. I'm moving on. I've moved on. But I have learned that the Lord works in His timing about everything. It's not just what I think was the best timing, or like, oh, this happened by like what a coincidence. No, everything happens, and how things had happened in my life has been an amazing timing. Everything, the timing in everything, like even the twins being born in the year of the pandemic, and growing up of complete isolation for the next 2 years until they started going to nursery school. Everything has been like just great timing, and I cannot be more grateful than that, how events had happened. And so I cannot help it but think and give credit to my Heavenly Father and to my Savior Jesus Christ, because I know that have been my constant. Even when your own mother doesn't understand, even if family turns away, even if your eternal companion turns away, even if everybody turns away, just like it says in Doctrine and Covenants, even if the very jaws of hell open in front of you, I'm not scared, because I know who's on my side. And it's only one way forward. All right, I'm almost home. Bye.